Good day, everyone. My name is Njabulo Mkize, and I'm here to present to you the full model of my OPV 122 brain. I'll be showing you the steps I used to make my brain. Firstly, I took a piece of paper and I drew the brain, and I took a piece of cardboard and I traced the brain over the cardboard and made a shape of a brain, and took a piece of paper and wrote all the labels, all the brain labels, and this is the final result. And now I'll be showing you the frontal lobe of the brain. The frontal lobe is important for voluntary movement and expressive language and for managing higher level extractive functions. The executive functions refer to a collection of cognitive skills including capacity to plan, organize or initiate, self-monitor and control one's response in order to achieve a goal. The frontal lobe is in the front side. The parietal lobe is one of the major lobes in the brain. It is located at the upper back area of the skull. It processes sensory information it receives from the outside world, mainly relating to touch, taste, and temperature. Any damage made in the parietal lobe may lead to dysfunction in the senses, meaning the person won't be able to taste, see, or hear things. The temporal lobe. The temporal lobe is one of the four major lobes of the cerebral cortex. It is the lower lobe of the cortex, sitting close to the ear level within the skull. The temporal lobe is mostly responsible for creating and preserving both conscious and long-term memory. It plays a role in visual and sound processing and is crucial for both object recognition. The occipital lobe. The occipital lobe is the part of the human brain responsible for interpreting information from the eyes and turning it into the world as a person sees it. The occipital lobe has four different sections, of which it is responsible for the visual functions. The cerebellum. The cerebellum is a part of the brain that plays a vital role in most physical movement. The part of the brain helps a person drive, throw a ball, walk across the room. The cerebellum also assists people with eye movement and vision. Problems with the cerebellum are rare and mostly involve movement and coordination difficulties. The spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long bundle of nerves and cells that extend from the lower portion of the brain to the lower back. It carries signals between the brain and the rest of the body. The brain is an organ that's made up of a large mass of nerve tissue that is protected within the skull. It plays a role just about every major body system. There are hundreds of conditions that can affect your brain, like brain injuries such as concussions, brain tumors, psychological conditions such as anxiety, depression, or schizophrenia. The brain is uh, the brain is one of your most important body parts, so it is important to know how to recognize signs that may be a problem. So the brain can be injured, but you wouldn't know. If you do not know the symptoms, you'd be in big trouble because it might cause serious problems in your head. Brain injury symptoms are, it also depends on how severe the injury was. It's a headache, nausea or vomiting, feeling confused or disorientated, dizziness, feeling tired or drowsy, speech problems including slurring, sleeping more or less than usual, and seizures. Some brain conditions may be outside of your control, like trauma to the brain or mental health issues.
but there are things that you can control and do to help keep your brain in good health and to reduce risk of certain health problems. Exercising also keeps your brain healthy. Doing regular cardio workouts stimulates blood flow throughout your body, including your brain. It also improves your emotional health, improves your learning ability, reduces stress and cognitive decline. You should also quit smoking. Smoking isn't great for your overall health, and that includes your brain. Smoking may lead to cognitive decline. You should also listen to your thoughts. Try to check in from time to time with your thoughts or feelings. Keeping a diary is a good way to get into this habit. Look for any thought patterns or emotions that seem to be impacting your day to day life. They could be a sign of an underlying or treatable mental health condition. And also focus on a nutritious diet. What you eat can have a direct impact on your health, on the health of your brain, especially as you age. Many of the foods that are often recommended for brain health includes a lot of greens, fruits, nuts, fish, whole grains, olive oil, and occasionally wine.